How's it? How's it? Sandile here. Kyle is on top of the hill and Karim's on top of the hill. You will remember a few days back, I think I uploaded the video either today or yesterday. Well, today being, what's the date? 11th of December. But we did the honey extraction a couple of days back. And the honey, the hive relocation a couple of days back. So I'm still processing the honey. There's already like a whole lot of honey in here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bottles. And there's still honey on the white bucket. Underneath here, there is honey. I don't know how many liters we'll get there. And then I have 1 more liter in my house. That has ginger. It's honey with ginger inside. I want it to ferment, and then I want the honey to have not ginger, garlic, yes. And then that honey will be for medicinal purposes. And then I'll also put honey here and ferment these herbs here. In here, there's cloves. There's a few sort of herbs that I'll be dumping honey onto and fermenting, also for medicinal purposes, but also to give honey a different kind of like taste, or flavor, if you like. But you might be wondering why I have a pot and I have I don't know what's this, spaghetti spoon or whatever you call it. I mean, English is not my language anyway. Yeah. So what I'm doing right now, I'm scooping all the wax out, putting it in here, And you might wonder and ask yourself, why am I doing that? Why am I scooping all the wax? And, this wax doesn't have honey anymore. It's dry wax. Why am I scooping it and putting it on the pot? And I'll tell you just now why. What I'll do next is I'll put water in the pot. I'll put water and then I'll boil the wax. As I'll be boiling the wax, 2 things will happen. Excuse me. The wax will melt and rise up to the top of the water, and all the impurities, or I'll call it impurities, or non-wax particles, will stay probably or hopefully underwater, and then I can scoop up the wax and chuck out the rest. And then the wax that I'll scoop up, I'll use it for 2 things. I can use it to make candles if I want, and I'll also use it to attract bees when I am having, or when I am establishing new hives. Because now I have 2 hives in my house. It's my old hive and the one that we relocated, of which I got this from and I got the honey from. So I'm planning to build more boxes and have more hives. So basically, I want to get into this honey business like full on. So that wax that I'll be getting will work as bait for the bees in the near future when I've got the box set up. So that's why you see me scooping it and putting it here on this saucepan or on this pot here. So yeah, these are things that we as human beings used to cherish, used to do, used to enjoy. But with this way of life that we're living now, the commercialized capitalist system, we just buy stuff, we don't care about stuff. Yeah. Now I'm trying to get back to the good way of living and preserving and all that, and then also help the earth in some sort of a way by preserving the bees and all that, and then hopefully I'll teach my kids and my sons how to work with nature and, benefit from it, and also the nature benefits from them. Yeah, well, that's all that I have for you today. Probably show you. Let me show you. Let me see if I can lift this bucket up. I think it's still dripping just a bit. Let me see if I can show you the honey. So yeah, that's how much honey there is there. That's how much honey there is. That's gonna be about maybe 2 to 3 liters, but it will be a couple of liters. You can say it's not as clean as the one you get from the shops, like, because I don't have a proper sieve. But also, even if I had, I don't want it because I love those tiny little particles. They bring some properties that we lose when we oversieve honey. They bring some good quality medicinal benefits with them. So I like it like this. So I'll be emptying this into some jars like this one, and then yeah, and probably I'll show you when I've emptied into this jar, and I'll show you the one with the garlics on. So you can also make this system yourself at home. You can see, look, the honey is dripping. So what I did is I drilled tiny holes on this bucket, and then I put all the honeycombs in here, and then I crush them, and then you just leave it for a couple of days. Automatically the honey separates itself from the honeycombs or from all this mesh here, and then it drips to the next bucket. So basically, had I wanted it to be like really, really like crystal clean, I would have drilled holes also on the white bucket, but really, really tiny holes, and then I would have laid some sort of a lace or cheesecloth, whatever it's called, on the white bucket so that honey goes through it and drip to the next bucket, and then you get the cleanest honey you can get. Yeah, so this is what I'm up to. Tomorrow it's gonna be a hot day. It's been very, very, very bad weather here in Bothazel. It's been raining, raining windy. I haven't been able to do much, but tomorrow it'll be hot. So I hear and I see, and I'll be doing a lot of harvesting. There's a lot of harvesting. There's onions, there's seeds, there's a lot of harvesting. Some of the stuff that I planted when spring started is ready for harvest, and I need to be putting in now summer stuff, summer crop. So, but that's tomorrow's video. Today I just wanted to show you this, and probably tomorrow I'll make a short video just to show you where the second hive is, and to show you that indeed we did relocate the bees. We didn't just take the honey and abandon the bees. We did relocate them. They are here in my yard, and so far I've been checking on the hive. They're doing well. They marching in and out, collecting pollen and re-establishing themselves. And also what I did, which I think I'll do again, is that I will now and again go put a bowl there with some honey. You won't believe this. Probably I should try and set it up and then record it. Within an hour, I guess because there's 2 hives as well, those bees, they collect all that honey. Whether they eat it just for themselves, or whether they go and feed their queen or whatever, I don't know. But they eat it like nobody's business. So yeah. Okay, guys. That was me, Sandy here. Guy who lives on top of the hill and gardens on top of the hill. We've got other news coming. Stay tuned. We'll be telling you more about them.